Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was one of the unique type of master India has ever seen. The secret of his spiritual eminence attracted my mind, and the same thing I am going to share with you. The secret is he learned not from the books. He learned from his own experiences of life. If we learn from the experience of our life, with every experience we will grow wise. Such a simple spiritual practice. He has not told go to the temple, he never told do japa, he never told go do charity. No. Our every experience is our Guru. We may say out of courtesy, Bhagwan Sri Krishna is Jagat Guru. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. If he is a Jagat Guru, he should have been able to teach Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Dhritarashtra. He failed. He couldn't teach them. Therefore, in the discovery of truth, it is not the teachings of the Guru that is important, but it is the learning ability and urgency of the student that is important. If we refuse to learn, even the best teacher in the whole world cannot teach us. And if we are able to learn, then every small little thing becomes our Guru. You all must have read in Bhagavad Mahapuran, there is a story about an Avadhuta, and he was none other than Bhagwan Dattatreya. So the great king Prithu that time, he saw this great Avadhuta relax on the banks of Ganges at the base of Himalayas, and so cheerful and happy without any worries. So the king asked, what is the secret? You have nothing, you don't have kingdom, you don't have wife, you don't have children, you don't have wealth, you don't have army, you don't have palace, you don't have vehicles. How come you are so happy? And Bhagavan Dattatreya said, therefore I am happy. Our understanding is, if I have a wife, I will be happy. If I have house, I will be happy. If I have car, I will be happy. So what is happening is, we are misplacing our search. Instead of searching happiness, we are searching the things. We are searching the beings. Therefore, when this was told that because I don't have anything, therefore I am happy, how come? Who taught you? The second question. Who was your Guru? So he said, I had 24 gurus. Like, a poor person has got only one shirt and one lungi. He doesn't have any because he is poor. But a rich person, he has got dozens of lungis and dozens of shirts. Exactly the same way, he said, I have 24 gurus. And who are those gurus? He starts enumerating the list, all the 5 great elements, etc. And he says, I have learned from them. See, 1 or 2 examples I'll give you. He said, I learned from one young girl When I went to their house for Viksha, I took the Viksha, taking rest in the veranda because it was very hot. And she was pounding the rice, but there was no sound of the bangles coming. So I asked her when she again met me, how come you are pounding the rice, the paddy, and there was no sound? She said, not to disturb you, therefore I removed all the bangles, but I kept only two. But even when there were two of them, they were making noise. So I removed even that. I kept only one bangle which is necessary to be kept. And when there is one, there is no noise. See how we can learn? We are all disturbed 24/7 because inside we are not one. We are a crowd. See, friends, we all suffer maximum in our life, never because of others. We suffer because of ourselves. You are all alone, nothing to do, no job, retired, everything is fine, health is good, and yet we are disturbed. See, friends, then what happens? We start running away from ourselves. So some of us go to the temple, some of us go to see the movie, some of us are addicted to the TV serials. See, friends, the idea is we are afraid of ourselves. Our mind is torturing us because we have not learned from our own experiences. This is how Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has been a unique master. And the greatness of his teaching was, he never taught, but the people learned. His teaching was always through silence. Like I am giving you a lecture, he never gave lecture to anybody. His silence was so pregnant of meaning that in his very presence, the doubts were dissolved. See, friends, therefore, this Upadeshsara, it has come as a request by one of his followers who wrote something in Tamil, an episode in Shiva Puran somewhere, one of the texts. So he wrote from Sanskrit into Tamil, and the topic comes. Thereafter, the great Rishi gave instruction, Upadesha, to the Grihasthas. So when up to this topic he wrote in Tamil, but when the question of giving Upadesha came, he said, I am not qualified to give Upadesha. Therefore, only a qualified person should give Upadesh, instruction. So he requested Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi that this particular topic I cannot dare write, therefore please on my behalf you write this topic which I want to add. And this is how this Upadeshsara book has come. So, in this Upadeshsara, all the aspects of our total life are taken into consideration within 31 verses. Such a concentrated book. And even if you systematically start analyzing and working on it, no other further study will be required. Our life consists of 4 aspects. One aspect is the activities, what we call dharma. The second aspect is called as devotion. We want some anchor, somebody to support us. Without devotion, life becomes empty. And our devotion is, we have got so many desires we cannot fulfill. So to fulfill our desires, we go to the temple and then tell that poor God, kindly do this thing, I will give you one coconut. So in exchange of a coconut, we want to fulfill our desires. So one aspect is karma, second is devotion, the third one is yoga. You see, since the Ramdev Baba has come on the TV, everyone, the whole country is now very much inspired to twist the body. So the third aspect is the health aspect. We are all the time thinking about health, and therefore yoga for health. Third part of our life is yoga. So one was karma, dharma, second was devotion, third was yoga, and fourth aspect is the path of inquiry or knowledge. These four paths are given due weightage in this book. And in this manner, we will be able to see where we are caught in our life. This is the facts presentation manual kind of thing. Now when we learn, when we listen, then we find out where we are caught up. See? And it is for this purpose that we will be studying Upadeshsara. This Upadeshsara is so simple, so beautiful. This book which is in over here, you can take it later. In this book, the commentary is presented in a little different manner. These are called stimulants. Stimulants means after you listen that one point, then you start thinking about it. And this manner, the process of inquiry is initiated. If we inquire, then only we grow wise. If we do not inquire, lead a mechanical life, then we lead somehow or the other. So the first verse begins, Karturajnaya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma tajjadam. See how cryptic the verse is. First, Kartuhu agyaya phalam prapyate. Whatever we do in our life, so that action will lead to the result. Now the result will depend on so many factors. See, for example, we have come here for the talk. Now we feel we have come, but there are so many factors which has gone. Our driver has come on time. We had a cup of tea in the morning on time. There was no strike on the road. There was not too much of heavy rains. There was no kind of some calamities happening. Our health has been good. There was no accident. How many factors? But we don't remember that so many factors contribute for every small little thing in our life. So, kartuhu agyaya phalam prapyate. Whatever we do, the result is not in our hand. We may do, but what is due to come, it is not under our control. And this is what the first principle of karma comes. But normally what happens, when we take up any karma in our hand, we have this notion. The notion is, if I do this, I should get that. And if I don't get that, I become miserable. And the second thing is, our attention is always on the fruit of action which comes in the future period of time. Therefore, in the present, we are never enjoying what we are doing. See, friends, the secret of karma is, don't do anything in life to get happiness. Whatever we do in our life, we do only to get happiness. Observe your own life. A young, healthy, independent, smart, intelligent, well-qualified boy wants to get married. What for? For becoming miserable? No. For getting happiness. Now, does he get happiness? Then the second thing. The other person wants to separate. So he wants to seek divorce. What for? Only for happiness. One person is eating like a glutton up to the nose. That is for getting happiness. Other person is observing fast, 7 days fast. no food, no water, I am observing fast. In short, all that we do or we do not do, it is aimed at getting happiness. Unknowingly, what happens? We postpone our happiness in the future period of time. On the contrary, if we change our attitude, don't do anything to get happiness, then whatever you are supposed to do, do it happily. See the change? Whatever we do, if we do it happily, then we will not wait for the result of the karma. But normally we follow that. Therefore, karturagaya prapyate phalam. And therefore, karma kim param? Can the karma be so superior? Those who are the workaholics, they think karma is everything. Karma is jadam, it is inert. Karma has no inner strength at all. See, take one or two examples. We go and do namaskar to God. Now the doing namaskar is an act performed by the body. Now the body doesn't get happiness. The God also doesn't get happiness. See, when you are in front of the Lord Ganesha, whether you do namaskar to him or don't do namaskar to him, the Lord it has no impact on him. He is happy with himself. So then who is getting happiness? See, karma itself, action is inert. There is no happiness, there is no misery in it. Therefore, how can we say the karma is supreme in our life? The supreme in our life is happiness. See, friend, keep this as the foundation of life. Whatever we do or whatever we don't do, what is important is, are you happy or not? If we are not happy, then all that we have been doing is only a labor. And when we do something out of happiness, then that becomes a real karma yoga. So this is the first principle to be known, that don't do anything because you want to get happiness out of your actions, activities, etc. But let everything be done only to express happiness, and then happiness is our essential nature. Therefore, the first principle of karma is this. Karma jadam. Karma by itself is inert. It can give nothing. But we can express that karma as an expression of happiness. Karma kim param, karma tad jadam. Thereafter, the next step comes. Kruti mahodadhau patana karanam. Now this karma, if it is not intelligently practiced, then what is the result? Result is Kruti mahodadhau patana karanam, become the cause of fall in the ocean of karma. Now see what karma does. This is the very secret about karma. We do the karma phala is formed. Then that karma phala will again compel us to do the karma. Take an example to understand this. Nobody is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. How we learn smoking? See? We see somebody, some billboard, some advertisement, and there we see somebody smoking and all that, and or in the school or the colleges we see the peer pressure, and then we start. So first cigarette is smoked with zero experience. Second cigarette is smoked with 1 cigarette smoking experience. Third cigarette is smoked with 2 cigarette smoking experience. Nth cigarette is smoked with n-1 cigarette smoking experiences. And when the n approaches infinity, n-1 is equal to n. And as a result, we become addicted to the cigarette. And then we become Kruti Mahodadhau Padana Karanam. We cannot give up our own addiction. Therefore, if the karma is not done intelligently but mechanically, then that karma itself makes us miserable. Now, about this I'll give you how many times we do good, and yet because of that goodness alone we suffer. Very simple thing. This happened somewhere in other country recently. I was somewhere and one lady asked me this question. She says, Swamiji, you don't like questions, but then I want some guidance from you, so please tell me. So she gave her story. She said, when we were small, she was the eldest daughter, and she was around 22 or so, and her father died. There were two sisters and one brother. She said there was no choice left for me. So I had to give up my higher education. I did my graduation, and thereafter I started doing work, doing some job. And after that I got my sisters educated, then I got my brother educated, I got them married, I got them settled in life, and now I am 45 plus. Then, so when I go to my sister's place, to whom I educated, to whom I got married, they tell me in clear terms, Didi, please don't come to our house, our husband doesn't like it. Both the sisters. Then I went to my brother's house. He told in clear terms, Didi, my wife is very adamant, she doesn't want you here. Now tell me, should I disturb my family life for you or what I should do? And then she started crying, Swamiji, I have done so much for them, but now they are all rejecting me. Where I have gone wrong? Tell me. See, friends, do you call this goodness as goodness which makes you miserable? Goodness can never make you miserable in life. Nahi kalyana krut kaschit durgatim tat gacchati. Bhagavad Gita says, if you are doing good to somebody, you will never have miserable experience in life. The miserable experience comes because we are not doing good. See, friends, all the great masters, they do good to so many people in the world, but they are never miserable. We do little bit here and there, and we start expecting, I have done so much. See, the parents do take care of the children, and then in return they expect. In old age, the children should take care of us, and it doesn't happen, they become miserable. Friends, we cheat ourselves the most in life. Nobody we cheat. We deceive ourselves the most. Therefore, this karma, kruti mahodadhau padana karanam, and then we get lost in our own life. And as the old age comes, be attentive. If we have led a perfect spiritual, religious, social life in the old age, there should not be two problems. One problem, this comes in Taittiriya Upanishad. One problem, kimahagam sadhuna karavam, kimaham papam akaravam iti. In the old age, these two questions persecute a person. First question is, when I was young, that time I did not do the right things. Now there are regrets of our own wrongdoings. And the second thing is, when I was young, what I should have done, I have not done that. Now regrets of omissions of the right things and regrets of commissions of the wrong things. And in the old age, nobody can help us except our own frustration. And therefore, in old age, we are depressed, dejected, or we want to run away from ourselves. And where do we run? TV. Go glued to that dumb box. See, friends, I'll tell you, this happened here only in India. There was one couple, they had 2 children. One son, one daughter, and both of them were in class 10 and 12 like that. And the parents of the wife and the parents of the husband, 4 old people were in the same house. And they were constantly watching TV. So the children told their mother, Mama, please tell these Dada, Dadi, Nana, Nani, stop that TV, we have to study, our exams are coming. It was like a relay race. The TV is 24 hours on with big sound because they can't hear properly. Whole house is vibrating. And when it was told to them, they tell, during our childhood we never had TV. Now we want to see TV. Look here. Is this old age meant for this kind of thing? Why this happens is only because we want to run away from ourselves. Friends, therefore, most important thing, remember this. Do not do anything because others need it. Everything that we do in our life, it is our necessity. Then the humility will come. Then there will be no expectation. The day expectation is added to your karma, it becomes the cause of bondage. Kruti mahodadhau patana karanam. Become the cause of fall in the ocean of karma. Now what is the ocean of karma? Ocean of karma is, you do the karma, you get karma phala. That karma phala will compel to do another karma, and again that karma will create the karma phala. There is no end to it. We have to break this cycle. See, friends. This is how the punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Continuously the same thing going on and on and on. See, friends, therefore, to come out of it, God out of compassion gives us problems in life. When we have, let us say, toothache. I had toothache when I was in Bangalore, terrible toothache. So the toothache is given to torture us or to remind us, hey, something is wrong, take care. If there is a pain somewhere, pain in the knee, the pain is not given to make us painful, but to remind us, take care, something is wrong, go to the doctor. Be attentive. Exactly the same way. If there is hurt in our mind, we get hurt, we feel lonely, we feel rejected, we feel unwanted. This kind of feeling is not meant to torture us. This kind of feeling is a reminder. Take care. You are thinking something wrong. There is something wrong somewhere. And thus start learning from your experiences of life. See, friends, one thing which I have learned, I'll tell you. In old age, we always talk about our past to the youngsters. When we were young, we don't understand the basic principle. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. But oldies like me, we have no future. What future I have now? I am just waiting for the last day to come. Youngsters have got the whole life in front of them to live. See, friends, but the oldies will be always talking about their past. And then the youngsters avoid us. Oh, oldies coming, bhago. Why? Because the same old stuff. And in old age, what happens? We forget what we are told to somebody. So again we start repeating the same thing. Therefore, try this very simple technique. Before we bring our past in front of the world, find out, is it necessary? Has anybody asked us? If not, don't talk. Then you will not get hurt. In this manner, when we learn from the experiences of our life, then Kruti Mahodadhau Patana Karanam, this mind will not be an issue for us. We will not suffer because of our own mind. Now what is the suffering this disturbed mind gives us? Phalam ashashvatam. Ashashvatam phalam. Meaning, when we do anything in life and whatever we get, that doesn't give us fulfillment in life. See, friends, now this is one important thing to be learned. Number one, right from childhood till date, how many desires we have fulfilled? One? Thousands and thousands and thousands. But have we learned that fulfillment of one desire does not remove the desire from our mind? Fulfill one desire, second desire is standing. Fulfill second desire, third desire is standing. There is no end to it. And our whole life is an unsuccessful effort to fulfill our desires. I read one story. There was a devotee of the Lord, and that devotee has been chanting Lord's name. Bhagwan became very happy and came in his Vaikuntha helicopter and said, Bhagatji, come, you are great devotee, I take you to Vaikuntha. Bhagatji said, desire, he also had desire. I won't want to come alone. I want everybody in this world to go to the heavens, to Vaikuntha. Bhagwan said, forget about others, you come. He said, no, desire. He said, then I'll call everybody. He said, okay, call. Anybody you call, agreed. I will not check his passport. So, first the devotee went to a sannyasi. Who is a sannyasi? The one who has renounced everything. A sannyasi is the one who has conducted his own shraddha. Therefore, for all practical purposes, the sannyasi is a dead body. He should not touch us. If you touch, go and take bath. So, he went to a sannyasi. Sannyasi Maharaj, this is the offer. Bhagwan has agreed to take us to Vaikuntha. Come. Sannyasi said, what come? Now I am constructing a temple and I am fixing the marble. The statues are ordered and I had to do the prana pratishtha, and that Bhagwan himself has come. That he doesn't want. Worldly things. Then he got frustrated. Devotee went to the Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is the retired person, VRS brand. You know VRS? VRS is the abbreviation of the virus. So, voluntary retirement scheme. So he went to a retired person. Come on, let's go. What, let's go? Now my grandchild is recently born. Unless I see the marriage of his grandson, how can I come so early? So Bhagatji got further disgusted. Then he went to a grihastha. Please come to the heavens. We are going there. free offer. Grihastha said, just now I am married, let me enjoy my life. What is there in the heavens, I am not going to come. Finally, he went to a student, Brahmachari. Brahmachari said, no, I had to study, finish my graduation, post-graduation, do MBA, apply for the cat and dog examinations. There also he refused to come. Finally, the devotee got so disgusted because he had a desire. We remember, basic principle. You have any desire, you will be disgusted in life. The real spiritual practice is not fulfilling the desires, but transcending the desires. Any desire you have dug your grave. Simple rule. So finally the devotee went to a pig and told the pig that this is offer, come. Pig said, I can't decide, I will ask my wife. He went to his wife, Mrs. Swine. Said, this is an offer, should we go? She said, you ask that fellow whether our food is available there or not. See friends, because we have not observed one basic principle. Basic principle is fulfillment of desires is not equal to fulfillment in life. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutokrutyascha bharata. Krutokritya means fulfillment. There is no end. Something or the other constantly popping up. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. See friends, therefore, phalam ashashvatam. Whatever you may do, you can never attain fulfillment through action. Phalam ashashvatam. And because of this desire built up, gati nirodhakam, then our migration to our essential nature, then the fulfillment of one's life is halted because of this wrong way of lifestyle. See friends, take one example to understand this. Suppose you have to catch a morning flight and you have to go from here, Mysuru to Bangalore. Suppose the flight is at about, let us say, 8 o'clock. So you have to reach there at least 7:30. That means you should leave from here maybe about 3 o'clock and keep on imagining and then go to sleep early so that you can wake up early in the morning. Whole night you will be looking into the watch, what is the time? Because one desire that you have to catch the flight, that one desire is enough to destroy your peace of mind. We have got Himalayan desires, can never be happy. Therefore, this karma is not meant for fulfilling the desires. Karma is meant for karmani chitta shuddhyartham. Karma is meant for purification of the mind. See friends, our way of doing karma is like the sweeping jhadu that we do. We remove the kachra from below the almiras and spread it everywhere. Like in the hotels you must have seen, the boys in the hotel, they will be cleaning the table and all the leftovers on the table, it is falling on the floor. And from there they make a jhadu and kachra everywhere. Exactly the same way. We do the karma to get entangled in the karma. That is not the right way. Then what should happen? First we must know the purpose of karma. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says that Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhe. All the sincere seekers of truth, when they do anything, their attention is not on the world. Be very attentive. When we do anything in life, where is our attention? For example, I am talking to you. Now, where is my attention? There are three possibilities. One possibility is my attention is on you. That after listening to my talk, you will be improved. What is the net result? Total disgust. Because you are not going to change. And I expect that I am giving talk to you, but you don't change, I will be miserable. I don't understand this simple thing. When God could not change me, how can my talk change others? But we expect that. We have done so much for the people, but the people don't change. Karma is not meant for improving the society. Karma is not meant for changing someone. Karma is meant for changing ourselves. See, you are all well read Bhagavad Gita. One simple thing I'll tell you. You must be knowing it. Arjuna heard 17 chapters from Bhagavan Sri Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. After listening to the whole Bhagavad Gita, did the situation of the war change? War happened. See, then who changed? Arjuna changed. Be attentive. And what was the change? He did not do Karma Yoga, he did not do Bhakti Yoga, he did not do Ashtanga Yoga, he was on the battlefield. Then what happened? He has changed his attitude. Change in the attitude is the real spiritual practice. See, friends, we don't change our attitude. So here the teacher tells us that if we have to really understand whatever we do, yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye, for the purification of the mind. Now, purification of the mind involves two factors. One factor is, whatever we are doing in our life, who is prompting us to do? Who is the prompter? Be attentive. You must have seen in your houses the small kids. They are hardly 2 years or so, 3 years, and they say, I don't like milk, I want coffee. I don't like sweet, I like the salty things. Small little kids. But they are talking about likes and dislikes. And these likes and dislikes is the very insignia of our life. See? And then you ask, for example, I'll tell you my example. I do not like the eggplant, what they call bangan. I don't like it. Now you ask why you don't like? No logic. I don't like. See? And I like something. Suppose I like potato. Why do you like potato? No logic. And our whole life is guided by these likes and dislikes. See, friends, the whole samsara, all the fighting in the houses, it goes on the basis of these likes and dislikes. See? Therefore, one impurity of the mind is likes and dislikes. So, who is prompting us to get into activity in life? You must have seen in your own houses, somebody likes early to bed and early to rise. Other people in the house are exactly opposite, late to bed and late to rise. So the first category, they become healthy, wealthy and wise. The second category, they become unhealthy and otherwise. And you ask them, why you sleep so late? Oh, I like it. No logic. See, friends. And these likes and dislikes, they are the most terrible factors. Unless we conquer them, rise above, whatever we do, who is prompting, whether likes and dislikes or right and wrong? That is important. When I do something, why I do? Because it is right. Why I don't do? Because it is wrong. That should be that attitude. Then what will happen? As a result, our likes and dislikes will become weak and we will be following the righteous path. Therefore, the first step is the purification of the mind, is rising above the likes and dislikes. See, friends, how important it is. Then we will not be a slave to our life. The other day, somebody asked me in Bangalore, how many of you keep on moving around the world? How do you organize about your food? I said, am I going to eat food the whole world or what? Are we living for eating food or we are eating food because we have to live? What is the criteria? But it becomes such a big issue all the time, food. Just before coming here, I received one SMS from somebody. Swamiji, you are coming to our place, please tell me. Early morning, this SMS, you can imagine what a tragedy for me. Whether you take rice or you take chapati or you take the vegetarian food or you take the South Indian food or North Indian food, early morning this question. So I wrote, give me anything I'll eat and don't ask me further anything on this topic. Let me come there. All the time living in the future, not living in the present. Relax. See? First, purification of the mind. Second aspect of the purification of the mind is, whenever we do something, we have that arrogance that I have done something good. See, friends, there are three places where our ego becomes very strong. These three egos are indicated in Bhagavad Gita, first chapter. First, we are so much attached and obsessed with the worldly things and possessions that becomes our everything. So, the example in Bhagavad Gita is that of the Dhritarashtra. He was holding on to the throne so much that for the sake of the throne, the whole family is destroyed, never mind. See, that is called as first sign of the ego, and such people always talk in terms of what they have all the time. See? And everything is calculated in terms of money, nothing else. The second type of people, they are having their very strong ego in terms of activity. I have achieved this, I have achieved that, I have done this, I have done that. They cannot go beyond it. The third and the most dangerous people are those who are goody brand. I am not like others. I get up early morning. I do meditation. I don't eat non-vegetarian. I go to the temple every day. See, then I is the most dangerous factor. See, friends, be attentive. We have to get freedom from I. There is no freedom for I. But normally what we understand is freedom for I. Earlier I was becoming very angry. Since I started listening to Gita, now I don't become angry. That I virus is still there. See, friends, therefore, whenever we are doing karma, where is our attention? If our attention is on the world, we will be utter failure. Where God could not improve the world, how can we improve the world? And when this world was not like that, it was always like this. They say in the Satyayug there was Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha Rakshasas. Then they say in the Treta Yug there was Ravan, Kumbhakarna and all Rakshasas, Karadushan, etc. Then in the Dwapar Yug there was Kamsa and Duryodhan, Dushasan, Dhritarashtra. And now Kali Yug, you and me are there. What is the news here? This world has always been like this. Let us not waste our time. See, friends, focus attention on your spiritual evolution. So, our attention either goes to the world. Second thing, our attention comes to the I. I am like that, constantly talking I. See, friends. Now the third place where attention could be attentive. Before doing anything, while the job is being done and after the job is over, is our mind at peace or not? That is important. Because all the activities of life, all the experiences of life, they are happening only in the mind. Eyes are not seeing. There is a mind behind the eyes that is seeing. Ears are not hearing. There is mind behind the ears which is hearing. See, friends. And this mind, where every experience is happening, if that mind is disturbed, in the disturbed mind, normal experiences cannot happen. See, just take an example. Suppose you are sitting for taking food. You are very hungry and the food is of your choice. Best food you like, that is in front of you. And that very moment you get a phone call. Some terrible accident has happened, some near and dear has suffered some loss. The moment you get that news, will you be able to enjoy that food in spite of the hunger? Because the mind is disturbed. Therefore, the real karma is this. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Let our mind remain at peace before we take up any job. While the job is being done, let it be peaceful, not excitement. And third thing, when the job is done, there is neither the arrogance of success nor the guilt of failure. See, friends, it is this mind alone on which we all have to act. Karma is done for maintaining the equanimity of the mind. Bhagavad Gita tells in very simple formulae. Number one formula for karma. Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. When you do something, it will be successful or a failure. Whether success or failure, the mind's equanimity should not be compromised. Mind must become equanimous. Then we are following the karma yoga. Second thing, when we are doing the Ashtanga yoga, there also yasmin sarvani bhutani atmanneva anupashyati sarva bhutasam atmanam ikshati yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshinaha. In the path of yoga also, one is always seeing equanimously towards everything and being. The path of devotion, tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachit. A devotee is always at peace, whether somebody appreciates or somebody condemns. And the path of knowledge, vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavyastini shuni chaiva shvapakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. So, whatever path you take, what is important is, we may be functioning outside, but we are creating the mind. And the creation of the mind is, mind remains equanimous under all conditions. Neither the mind is excited, nor reactionary, nor drowsy. Three qualities of the mind, if they are maintained, then we are the sincere seekers of truth. One is, it is quiet. Second, it is vigilant. And third, it is alert. Quiet mind alone can receive. A reactionary mind cannot receive anything. Excited mind is always confused. See? Then vigilant. Vigilance is, are we drowsy? Are we getting lost here and there? Are we able to understand or not properly? Be vigilant on the quality of the mind. And third, alert. Alert mind is not cheated by anybody. People cheat us because we are not alert. In this manner, yoginaha karma kuranti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Therefore, this karma, if we have to really practice it properly, then it should become chitta shodhakam. Chitta shodhaka means the karma should lead to the purification of the mind. And what is the technique? The technique is Ishwararpitam nechaya kritam. See? No ichchaya kritam. Whatever we are doing in our life, who is prompting our desire or what? You'll see many a times we have this wrong notion that fulfillment of the desire is the only purpose of our life. And such people become obsessed, they don't listen to anybody. One example I'll tell you. Many years before, I was in Bombay and went to somebody's house. One very big officer from Reserve Bank of India, now they are all retired. So their daughter used to come for lecture. And she has been after me, come for the, bhiksha to our house. So one day I went. It was 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. First time I went to their house. No, I don't do all that paraphernalia, Pada Puja and Aarti and all that, I don't do all that. So they have prepared so many things. So I said, hey, I don't do this thing, please. Simply sit down, we will have food and go. No, we want to do. I said, you may want to do, but I don't allow it. It is not my rule. So the mother of that girl said, Swamiji, that is her only desire, please allow her. I said, she will have a desire to get married to me. Should I say yes? Fulfillment of the desire is not something good. But we go to the temple also. Next time you go to our Ganeshji, what you are going to ask? See, Ganeshji, neighbor ko hatao. The neighbor is becoming a big problem. Take him away. See, friends, one day I went to Shirdi, Sai Baba's temple, and did namaskar in a fraction of a second, put my head on his that khadao and went ahead. So there they give me, because I am a Swami, they give me one coconut and one garland, and I went ahead. Then there were some commandalus. They are pushed, go ahead, quickly, fast, move. So one person asked me, Swami, you get such a great chance to stand there and look at Baba, but you go so fast. What is the reason? And the reason is, more the demands, longer is the namaskar. See? So if you have nothing to ask, why hang around for a longer time? Then you don't ask anything. I say, I did ask and I gave me. So what did you ask? I said, why should I tell you? It's personal thing. No. Then I will also ask the same thing. I said, okay, but then you have to follow it. So he said, yes. I said, look here, I ask one thing. Oh Lord, make my mind so pure that even in a dream, even for fun, even once, I should not have hatred for anybody in the whole universe. This is what you ask. In that pure heart alone, Paramatma descends. We ask the worldly things. See, friends, this mind must be absolutely pure. Mukti sadhakam. And therefore, if we have to have the desire, it should be, O Lord, thy will be done, not our desire. See, like when we move around, suppose I sit somewhere and somebody comes, I say, sit in the chair. No, we'll not sit in the chair, I'll sit on the floor. I said, no, but chair is there, sit there. No, I'll sit on the floor. Be attentive. If such a simple thing, a person doesn't listen, sit in the chair, do you think he will listen? You are Brahman. No, 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 I am not Brahman, I am a Gada. Continue. See, friends, we are so obsessed. We don't listen to anybody. And I tell you my experience, you don't know how much we suffer because of this. See? They feel that I have not taken food for last 600 years. And therefore they want me to eat huge quantities as if I am a Bakasur. And if you don't eat, no, 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 Swamiji, I have prepared with such a great love. But look here, Amma, if I eat, I will die. Never mind, but eat. See, the devotees, I am very afraid. I am not afraid of the enemies. Devotees, I am afraid. See, there are two types of people. One is the devotee and other is the disciple. Disciples are there to change themselves. And devotees are there to change the Babaji. Satyanas kar dete. See, friends, because of this ichcha, I want this way, I want that way. So, nechaya krutam karma, chitta shodhakam, mind becomes pure. And ishwararpitam, mukti sadhakam. And whatever we are doing it for the sake of the Lord. Be attentive. When we do something for the sake of the Lord, what is the quality of that work? Suppose we have to give Naivedya to Ganeshji. Will we give the Naivedya yesterday's leftover vegetable and half sandwich which your grandchild has left? That we give as a Naivedya. Om Swaha Pranaya Swaha, Apanaya Swaha, Vanaya Swaha. No. We give the best food. The clothes that we put on the God, we don't take the same cloth which is used for wiping the table, put on the God. No. See, friend, Ishwararpita means let everything be done perfectly, purely, as a total surrender. And these two things are associated with the karma. So what are the two things? Number one, nothing is done under the pressure of desires, but that is done for the sake of the happiness, not for any other purpose. And the second thing is, whatever is done, it is done as an offering to the Lord and not for the fulfillment of our desires. In the third chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Yajñarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangas samachara. Whenever the karma is done for the sake of the Lord, then it is a way to the freedom, but two conditions. One is mukta sanga. Shouldn't be obsessed with anything. Many people are extremely attached. Some people are attached in talking. See, there are some persons, they call me. When they call, they will say, Swamiji, please tell me, and keep on talking afterwards, and they put down the phone. Thank you very much. Why did you call? Keep on talking non-stop. See? The other day, I was in Badrinath, and having a cup of tea, somewhere a small tea shop. There are about a dozen people around, somebody sitting, somebody standing. Morning time, it was cold also, beautiful sun that day. I was sitting in the sun. One person unknown to me, I don't know who he was, he came from somewhere, dashed everybody, excuse me. He said, Swamiji, I watch you on TV and I have got two sons. One son is in USA, other is in UK. Both of them are very well settled, but now I am in a hurry, I am going, okay? Thank you. Who asked you? These kind of characters are terrible. So, Ishwararpitam nechaya krutam chitta shodhakam mukti sadhakam. This is the meaning of Karma Yoga. To summarize all these three verses in one line, it is something like this. Whatever you are doing, it must express joy. Walk cheerfully. talk cheerfully. Eat happily. Otherwise, what is this? I don't like, and keep on eating. Don't eat. See, friends, that habit of complaining. Happiness is living at zero complaint level. No complaint about anything. We start our complaint from God. Oh God, why did you create this world? Complaint number one. See? Therefore, let only happiness express through us under all conditions. Then alone our mind will remain at peace. Be attentive. You cannot be happy yesterday, it is gone. You cannot be happy tomorrow, it never comes. You can be happy only now. See? For example, there was one youngster boy, he was riding a motorcycle and he crossed the red light. And the police was standing there. So police stopped him. And the police scolded him. Didn't you see the red light? So he said, I saw the red light, but I did not see you. See? Whenever you are happy, you are in the present. Whenever you are happy, you are neither man nor woman. Whenever you are happy, you are neither old nor young. Whenever you are happy, you are neither successful or unsuccessful. When you are happy, you are God. God realization is nothing more than this. Paramatma is Ananda Swarupa. See, friends. In this manner, the meaning of karma we have learned by analyzing our own experiences. So remember this one principle. We have to learn every day one thing at least. And in this manner, with every passing day, we will grow wise, and wise people are asset to the world. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.